This episode is supported by FX's The Shards, a seductive drama from executive producer Ryan Murphy. Set in 1980s Los Angeles, the series follows a group of glamorous, deeply entangled high school seniors drawn to a life of wealth, beauty, parties, and excess. At its center is Brett, whose reality begins to unravel when the arrival of a new student coincides with a series of mysterious murders. FX's The Shards premieres August 5th on FX and Hulu. These long dog days of summer, we just made it through a heat wave. Mama was parched through this heat wave. I was hitting up Dunkin' every single day, and I will continue to, probably for the rest of my days, but especially this summer. Dunkin' is helping everyone stay cool this summer with its lineup of refreshers. These drinks are packed with bold, fruity flavors and served ice cold. It's amazing. Dunkin' refreshers are the perfect afternoon pick-me-up. I like to start my morning with them personally, and then sometimes I go back for a second one because I'm just feeling crazy. They come in a variety of delicious flavors, including fan favorites mango pineapple and strawberry dragon fruit. And then for a limited time, there's black cherry and there's pink pineapple. I'm going to tell you something right now, and it's a bold claim, let me tell you, but I stand behind it. Pink pineapple will change your life. It is so good. It has me feeling like I'm sitting in a pool, resort side, just living, honey. It's so yummy. Try your favorite flavor with green tea, sparkling water, lemonade, or Dunkin's all-new limeade. I haven't tried the limeade yet, but I'm going to. Usually I get my drinks made with green tea and occasionally lemonade, but I do really like the green tea. Or if you don't want to build your own, try one of Dunkin's curated refreshers like the Cherry Lime Ricky or the Ultimate Pink Daydream. The Cherry Lime Ricky, scrumptious. I could drink like 3 of these a day. They're so freaking yummy. Head to Dunkin' today and find your favorite refresher. Dunkin' refreshers contain less than 1% fruit juice. Limited time offer. When it comes to online college, Southern New Hampshire University is so good, it's scary. Listen, the facts don't lie. SNHU has degree programs that fit your goals, online classes that fit your life, and real support at every step. And if that wasn't enough, they've got some of the lowest online tuition rates in the U.S. This is an airtight case, you guys. Visit snhu.edu/morbid to get started. That's snhu.edu/morbid. Hey, weirdos, I'm Ash.
And I'm Alaina.
And this is Morbid. Hi, honeys. How you doing?
How are you doing? We'll wait.
Oh, really? Yeah, it's like that sometimes.
Yeah, it do be like that.
I hope that worked for at least one person.
I think somebody found that funny.
Yeah. This is not an ad right now, but I am enjoying a fucking, I gotta tell you about this. Bloom Pop Shirley Temple flavor will change your fucking life.
Yeah, she had me try it and it's genuinely good.
It is.
Usually I can't stand those drinks.
I have to say, it's the closest non-soda Shirley Temple flavor I've ever tried.
Yeah.
Some of them are also very good, but this is the best one.
So not an ad. Again.
Not an ad at all. I just, if you're a Shirley Temple girly, I needed to tell you because I feel like, you know how there's always like, people say like, oh, like that's like the drink of the season.
Yeah.
Or like drinks just get popular like randomly. I feel like Shirley Temples are kind of sweeping the nation right now.
I love that. Because
might have been your doing.
Maybe it was because I am truly a Shirley Temple girly.
She always orders a Shirley Temple.
That's just what I drink when I go out.
Yeah.
So that's it.
Really good.
I love a good Shirley Temple.
I love a good
You know
Shirley
who makes
Temple.
a good Shirley Temple?
Tell me.
Mikie.
Mikie makes a bomb Shirley Temple.
Mikie makes a bomb Shirley Temple.
One time Mikie got this like, was it like pomegranate Shirley? The grenadine, the pomegranate grenadine, is that what it was? That shit was so good.
It was so good.
Yeah.
So give it a try.
Give it a try.
Just saying.
You'll never have Mikie's, but we will.
But we will.
One really fucking exciting thing that is not an ad and not about anything except having to do with us is that we launched our merch today.
Oh, we did?
I guess that is kind of an ad.
I was going to say that's kind of an ad.
Yeah, sorry.
Sorry, I just yawned in the middle of that. I didn't mean to.
Wow. Crazy bitch.
crazy bitch.
We launched our merch, and there's two places you can buy it. There's one place if you're international, which is Pod Swag. You can check out the link in our bio for the exact, place to go. And then the other one is the Sirius XM store. It has come to our attention that there are a lot of fucking fake sites selling our merch.
Yeah, fake bitches.
And Deb helps us with the email, and she's gotten emails before that's like, I've ordered this and I didn't get it.
That's because that's not our store.
That's not ours.
We
It's
don't
a
have
scam.
anything to do with it. And it's just some scammer taking your money and then not sending you the thing.
And apparently AI now can set up websites that like seem real,
so
but are not.
I really hate it here.
Yeah.
I really do.
I do too.
I don't love any of the AI stuff, and I don't love that people can just make a shop and sell merch.
Yeah, it's really lame. So if you want to check out the new merch, the only way to do that is that Podswag website or the Sirius XM store, both of which are linked in our bio.
Is not us.
And
we
it's
have nothing to do with it, and it's fake.
And chances are you're probably not going to get
and
it.
You might get your money stolen. So don't buy from there.
No. Something else I really hate is that robot that you showed me the other day.
Oh, yeah, there's this robot in like Poland, I think it is.
Yeah, I think it was Poland.
And I think his name is Edward Warchaki.
Yeah, I think it was. Wait, she didn't even look at her phone.
No,
right? That just stuck in your memory.
It's Warchaki.
The fuck?
And he chases wild boars out of town while yelling, "Go away" in Polish.
Which is probably good because
I was gonna say, I know you look sad,
up.
but like they do need to go away from humans. So I mean, they will fuck.
No, they can
up.
like eat you alive. Watch The Strangers 2. Pray.
And he's not hurting the boars; he's just chasing them back into the woods where they belong.
But I don't like that he can run.
Oh, I think humans building robots, we are the stupidest species
I know
that has ever graced
Have
this
you
earth.
ever seen a movie?
We humans make movies about robots
Killing
us all. And then humans are like, that's
like, you're gonna
probably
make a robot.
something we should try.
No.
Come on. Stop making robots.
Don't
everyone.
make like human-like robots.
Yeah, you want to do like little robotics things? Sure, fun, exciting.
Exactly.
One of my kids loves robotics. So
She
like,
does.
yeah, but don't make human-sized robots that can like chase you
Run.
and too much personality.
Clomp around.
I don't like it.
That they can shout real words.
Yeah, I don't like that.
I know.
But that was weird.
I think that's all we got. Jan McGee.
Sorry, I keep it. It's not because you guys are boring
Did you
me.
get a bad sleep score last night?
No, I got an all right sleep score.
Not as good as
I think I
mine.
haven't had a good sleep score the last couple nights though, so I'm probably still dealing with that.
I have been sleeping so fucking good lately.
That's great.
I got a 93 last night.
Because we have the Aura ring, so
Yeah.
that's what we're talking
Again,
about.
not an ad.
Not an ad, but I love mine. And if you get one, I will get nothing out of it except the pure joy of you also having that.
Unless they want to sponsor us, in which case I would talk endlessly about
Yeah,
it.
Aura ring. If you want to sponsor us, I tell everybody about my Aura
We
ring.
both recently told our separate doctors
doctor.
about them. And I was like, listen, I know. Both of us were like, listen, we know you're medical professionals.
You're better than a ring, but like this.
But I do have this data showing.
Yeah, because the Aura ring's great. It
And
gives
in
you-
both cases, that like both of our doctors were like, oh shit. Like, yeah, that's good.
Yeah. So I don't know where I was going with that, but
Sleep.
I live and die by my sleep score, and I have yet to crack a 90.
You've never got a 90.
I don't think I've ever gotten above the 80s.
Wow. These kids gotta let you sleep.
Yeah. Even when they do, you just don't.
Yeah,
I don't
well,
think you
you're a
get the
mom.
deep sleep that you should.
I'm enjoying my 90s while I have them.
Your 90s.
Yeah. Well, you know what? You're not going to sleep after hearing this story. Oh,
Both of these
check
stories.
that. Yeah, both of these stories. We both have, I don't even know what the freak to classify this as.
Yeah.
It's just a weird phenomenon.
A phenom.
A phenom. And you have a haunting?
And I have a straight up haunting.
All right, so let's talk about my weird phenomenon first.
I like that.
So on Tuesday, September 8th, 1987, we're taking it back to the 80s.
Let's go.
For you, girl.
I was born.
Period. You were 2 years old.
I was.
Minnie Winston was not. She was 77 years old.
Oh, damn.
And she had spent the day taking care of her husband, William Willie Winston.
William Willie Winston.
Minnie Winston and Willie Winston.
I love it.
He was 79, and sadly, his health was declining more and more recently. And these days, he was on dialysis. Minnie was the one who brought him to and from his appointments and then took care of him afterwards at home. She was a good wifey.
Yeah.
Not only that, but she kept up with the house that they lived on 1114 Fountain Drive in Atlanta, Georgia, baby.
Okay.
Hotlanta. By 1987, they had lived in that house for about 22 years. This particular Tuesday, though, it had been a long fucking day for Minnie. She was ready for some relaxation at the end of the night. And where do we go to relax, girlies? The bath. A bitch loves a bath.
I was like, where do we go?
You don't like a bath.
I'm not a real bath person. I like a shower.
I find that so odd.
I like a nice everything shower.
I, too, love an everything shower,
Yeah.
but to me, there's nothing like a bath. So, and Minnie felt the same. So she drew herself one and she soaked for a little bit. She got that relaxation just all in there. And then she took a moment to rest her mind, but it was not long lived. As she was getting out of the bath, the worst part of taking a bath, she realized that there were little droplets of blood on the bathroom floor. So she called out to her husband, who up until that point had just been resting after his long day. He came barreling out of the room when he heard the fear in Minnie's voice, and he too saw the blood on the floor. Now, for a quick second, Minnie felt relief that nothing had happened to him, but then quickly she shifted her attention back to the blood on the floor. Where the fuck did that come from? They didn't have any pets in the house, but she was like, maybe some kind of animal got in here. Now, Willie took on the task of searching around their 6-room house and quickly realized that there were pools of blood in almost every single room.
I'd be concerned.
Yeah. It was also seeping from the walls. And then the reason they were finding pools of blood is because it was pooling on the floor after just seeping from the walls.
Oh.
Yup. It was coming out of crawl spaces that nobody had access to. And even underneath their entertainment center, they also found pools of blood.
What the fuck?
At one point, Minnie said it started spurting, quote, like a sprinkler from a hole in the bathroom floor.
Oh.
Yeah. So they didn't really know what to do other than call the police. So they said, 911, we have an emergency. We're just not sure how to classify it.
Honestly valid.
And the police arrived and they checked around the property. And they too saw the blood, but were just as confused as Minnie and Willie were. Because there didn't seem to be any source that the blood was coming from. But it seemed at least like real blood, like not some other substance, like leaking from a pipe or anything
something
like
rusty.
Yeah, nothing rusty. Just it seemed like straight up blood. To be sure, they did check and see if there were any busted pipes, and sure enough, there were not. There were also no signs of a break-in, and the house had an alarm system that was set earlier that night. Now, when they were asked, Minnie and Willie said they hadn't had any visitors in the last couple of days. So,
no visitors who might have accidentally bled all over the house.
yeah, exactly.
Who crawled into crawl spaces, bled in there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Then just left. And we would have noticed earlier.
You
if
just
that
never
had
know with
happened.
house guests, you know?
You just can't be sure.
Yeah. Have you ever seen Ramona on the New York Housewives?
Yeah.
Going to the Berkshires?
might be different.
Yeah.
Not blood, but
Ripping
something
shit off the
else.
walls and stuff.
Just ripping sharks
Yeah.
off. Now, a lab tech, Brenda Dipple, was called in to take a sample of the blood, and it was sent to the Georgia State Crime Lab to be tested. Steve Cartwright, one of the homicide detectives on the case, said he had never seen anything like this during his 10 years on the force.
Yeah.
And he went on to say that he said it was an extremely strange situation. I'm guessing it was an animal. Hope that's all it was.
I guess it was an ant. What else could it be?
Here's the thing, though. Sorry to fucking disappoint you, Mr.
Oh,
Steve.
shit.
When the blood came back from the lab, in fact, it was confirmed to be human blood. And it was type O positive, to be specific.
Wasn't me.
Wasn't you.
I wasn't bleeding all over that house.
It wasn't me because I wasn't alive, but I don't know my blood type.
That freaks me out that it came back human.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think we properly sat on that.
Well, we didn't because we have to get to the most important part. Minnie and Willie both had the same blood type. Type A.
Which is not O positive.
So it wasn't their blood either,
Nope.
and they were the only two fucking people that lived there.
Who? What?
When? Where?
Oh.
Why?
I don't like it.
So the police were able to determine that no homicide had taken place at the residence.
Well,
but
that's
other
good.
than that, they were very stumped as to how this amount of type O human blood just started seeping from the walls and shooting through the floor. Safe to say.
That's such a valid inquiry.
Yeah,
you know?
safe to say they had never experienced anything like that.
No.
Rumors started to fly around Fulton County once this started getting out there. People were guessing everything from paranormal to obviously some kind of hoax. Media was gathered outside of the house 24/7, to the point where Minnie started to get agitated too, especially because of the state that her husband's health was in. If they needed to leave the house to get to a doctor's appointment or if some kind of emergency happened, it would have been dangerous to get through all those people. Now, time went on, and there were still no, I guess you would say, leads in the case. Once the detectives were able to determine that there was no foul play involved, they really didn't have time to just figure out what this was. Like, they had to shift their attention to more pressing matters. 1987 in Fulton County, Atlanta was intense, to say the least, too.
You don't say.
There was a lot of racially charged crimes taking place, a couple including the police departments, too. 19-year-old Lamar Montgomery had been shot and killed by an officer who claimed self-defense, but it was determined to be otherwise when they found the gunshot in the back windshield, meaning that Lamar had driven his car past the officer and not into the officer, like the officer said.
Damn.
Now, when detectives couldn't figure out what had gone on in the house, they tried to say that it was some kind of hoax. One of the lead detectives on the case, Horace Walker, spoke to a group of skeptics in 1994, and he told them 2 reasons why this entire thing could have been a hoax. He said there were some family problems going on between the parents and the children. Willie and Minnie had 3 kids, one of whom Horace claimed worked at a hospital and had access to blood.
Oh.
So Horace threw out the idea that maybe their daughter got the blood from the hospital and was somehow able to plant it in the house for like some kind of gain. He thought maybe that was, he thought maybe that gain was financial to the daughter if she was able to use the incident to prove that her parents were unwell or unstable.
Oh.
So I don't know, maybe she wanted that. I think from his theory, maybe she wanted the house and she could get them into like a care facility or something like that. He also, though, floated the idea, and I feel like this is really mean, that Willie could have gotten the blood from the hospital because he was always in and out of the hospital since he was on dialysis. I was like, I think they're like keeping track of him while he's there.
Yeah, and like here's the thing, it's not like super easy to just snag blood as a patient.
I wouldn't think so. I've never attempted.
I mean, as far as I know,
okay,
it's not easy to just grab and go.
I wouldn't think.
They don't have it in like a freezer like at a convenience store where you can just like grab it a la carte.
No, it's not like where you like they offer you a Jello and they say you can go get it. The blood's not in there.
No, and it's like, oh, I could get a Jello or I could get a bag of blood.
Yeah,
no.
Well, his idea behind Willie getting the blood was so that the couple could gain the attention that they were looking for from their children. Which I was like, I feel like
that's so sad.
1, that's really mean to float that idea, and 2, I think they could do like a million other things to get that attention.
They could do literally any other thing.
Yeah.
And I also think that's so sad.
Yeah, it really is. And anyway, in the beginning of the investigation, officers were searching blood banks and they found that no blood had gone missing.
Yeah.
So,
even weirder.
Yeah. This segment is brought to you by Kotex. We heard that when your period leaves a bloody mystery, you need products built to handle it. With Kotex all-new pad lineup, you can move freely and not worry about what shows up. Meet all-new Kotex, designed for every woman's unique needs. From unpredictable nights to every stage of life, Kotex is here, made better because you asked for it. Okay, but we need to like unpack this for a second.
We sure do.
Being in your house, vibing, and then there's blood dripping down the walls. I would literally run outside and just plop a for sale sign on the front yard.
Oh, immediately.
Yeah.
No questions asked. House is yours now. I'm gone. Bye.
Have it, babe.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's the thing. It's not even like a big dramatic moment at first. It's just like that slow realization of what's happening. And why am I not prepared for this?
Which honestly is a very specific kind of panic that exists outside of haunted houses as well, I think.
It does, because tell me why my uterus sometimes does the exact same thing. 0 warning, worst timing possible. And I'm like, cool, I guess we're bleeding now.
Oh yeah, and then the best part, society has trained us to go into like full stealth mode about it.
Yeah. Suddenly you're a secret agent. You're like, okay, no sudden movements. Don't alert anybody. Act natural.
When in reality, periods are just normal bodily functions that we've been taught not to talk about, which is kind of wild.
No, it really is. That's why I love Kotex, because they normalize what's real and they help you say it out loud. So instead of being completely unprepared for the chaos that sometimes is your period, we can actually be ready for it.
Exactly. Having products you trust, like Kotex, makes a huge difference. It's about being prepared, feeling comfortable, and not having to stress in those moments.
Exactly. Unpredictable things, they're going to happen. Whether your house starts bleeding or you do, you can be like, I got this.
Yeah, no haunting required.
Love that for us. Thank you again to our sponsor, Kotex. Kotex is partnering with us to help you own your unique flow. They're revolutionizing feminine care with an all-new lineup of pads and liners powered by Gravity Core technology. I'm actually stoked about this. With product options like bamboo and biocare, you can choose ultra soft comfort or protection designed to help fight odor and irritants without compromising performance. Love it. Kotex, now powered by Gravity Core that pulls blood to the bottom of the pad, leaving nearly no residue on the surface, so you can feel clean, dry, and protected. Protection designed for you. Check out Kotex.com for more details on the all-new and exciting launches of Kotex pads and liners, now available at all big retailers across the nation. This episode is brought to you by SoFi, the all-in-one finance app where you can bank, borrow, and invest all in one place. Let's talk about bank accounts for a second. The average bank savings rate is 0.39% in interest. You're earning pennies on your savings, and it doesn't have to be that way. But with SoFi's high-yield checkings and savings, the money barely making moves sitting in your savings account can earn over 8 times the national average savings rate with eligible direct deposit. No account or overdraft fees. We love transparency. You can get your paycheck up to 2 days early, plus get up to a $300 welcome bonus when you sign up with eligible direct deposit. Sign up for SoFi checking and savings at SoFi.com/morbid. SoFi checking and savings is offered through SoFi Bank, N.A., member FDIC. Terms apply. Getting scared is one thing. Getting a thrill is, well, you want more of those in your life. The Genesis GV70 is built to thrill, baby. A thrilling yet elegant design always makes driving the GV70 an exciting adventure. Its powerful athletic stance screams performance and turns heads. Everybody's looking at you, girl, or boy, or whoever. Command the road and experience a class-leading standard 300 horsepower. Oh my God. Plus, discover the different dynamic drive modes for all different terrains. Choose between the different terrain modes for whatever road conditions you may encounter. The Genesis GV70's award-winning technology and performance lets you drive with comfort and drive with confidence all at the same time. It's an exciting SUV with intuitive tech that can make your ride smooth even when the road isn't. And its blind spot cameras allow you to see what's next to you. It's like having eyes on the side of your head. That's pretty iconic. Its performance, by the way, is measured not only in power, but in how it makes you feel confident, sexy. The Genesis GV70. Learn more at genesis.com and feel the GV70. Every good detective needs a partner to support them on important cases. Think of a State Farm agent like your sidekick, there to help you along the way in your search for coverage. State Farm can help you choose the coverage you need, whether it's for your home, car, boat, or even RV. With so many options, it's nice knowing you have help finding what fits for you so you can get back to solving all of life's bigger cases. Go to statefarm.com or use the award-winning app to connect with a local agent and get a quote. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Now, another writer who got involved in the case is Kurt Rowlett. He writes about the Bleeding House in his book, Labyrinth 13, True Tales of the Occult, Crime, and Conspiracy.
Ooh.
He actually got the chance to interview Minnie Winston a while after that night in September when all the blood just appeared. What a crazy
When her
sentence.
house started bleeding.
Yeah. He asked her if anything paranormal had happened in all the time that she and Willie had lived in the house. And Minnie kind of dodged the question, never giving him a straight answer. But she did tell him that she was satisfied now that the substance oozing from the walls and shooting from the bathroom floor wasn't actually blood. She said it was mud and rust mixed with water that came into the house because of a ruptured hot water heater in the basement. And she went on to say if she thought the substance was actually blood, there was no way she'd still be living in the house.
Here's my problem. Where's the mud that we can find that's type O positive.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. Clearly, I
checking
think
that.
Minnie was just freaked out by the whole incident and probably had to convince herself otherwise to live in her home.
I too would probably do that.
Yeah. So she got to the point where she was like, oh, no, it's not blood. Though the water heater did burst and it was rust.
Yeah. It's, the lab said it's human blood, but like, what do they know?
Wrong-o.
You know?
Yeah. Wrong-o, literally.
Wrong-o.
So sadly, Minnie's husband died 2 years after that night.
Willie.
At 81 years old. Winnie actually lived to be 104.
Winnie?
And she never commented on whether or not she thought the house was haunted.
Or Minnie. Sorry, I said Winnie.
Oh, did I say Winnie first?
Maybe. I don't know.
Minnie, excuse
I
me.
might have done that.
I'll take fault with you.
You know what? We'll both forgive each other.
Solidarity, sister. So Minnie. Oh, I did say Winnie because I wrote Winnie.
Okay,
what
good.
an
That wasn't
asshole I
just
am.
me.
No, Minnie lived to be 104.
104.
I know.
What a bad bitch. Like I want to live to be 140 personally.
Whoa.
Yeah.
You're trying to top that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Personally, I would like to hang out with my kids for like so long.
Oh, I get that.
To the point where they're like
Nana,
Hey.
let's get you back inside. Now, in his book, Labyrinth 13, Rowlett points out that this actually isn't the first time in history that blood has just manifested itself seemingly out of nowhere.
Love that.
He wrote of an instance in North Carolina that happened in 1884. A woman named Kit Lassiter was the first one to report the blood, but quickly other people in the 60-foot area confirmed what Kit had seen. She said she was working out in the field of a farm when she realized that it was raining blood.
Oh my God.
It's raining blood.
And then you don't say hallelujah.
I was just going to say
You
that.
say, oh shit.
Oh, fuck. What do we do? So the earth around her, she said, started to become stained with this red substance, and it was pooling in some areas almost as big as a finger.
Ew.
Yeah. It was found on the earth where Kit had said, but also in the surrounding area, it had stained trees and was found on bushes and grass. Like, she did not make this up at all.
Did a bunch of birds just like explode midair?
Maybe. Dr. Francis Preston Venable was able to test some of the blood that had fallen, the blood rain, I guess you could call it, and he determined that it was blood, but he could not determine the exact type. So maybe a bunch of birds did explode.
Maybe it did.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Now, Danny Cherry Jr. hints at a potential reason for why the blood appeared in Minnie and Willie's home. Before Minnie and Willie had started renting the home, there was a previous tenant named Albert Thompson. He was a black man working as the director of regional racial relations with the Federal Housing Authority during a particularly racially charged time in Fulton County. One night, he was driving home and he was hit by a trucker. It's unclear whether or not it was intentional because it was not really investigated very much, and the trucker was free to go. Apparently, it was determined that he had faulty brakes. But there's a lot of mystery surrounding it. Yeah, there's a lot of thoughts. Now, Albert was quickly treated at the hospital, but he later died in his home from internal bleeding that he was left with after the accident that they did not catch.
Oh, damn.
And allegedly, he died on Halloween night. Now, it's interesting to note that the blood in Minnie and Willie's home appeared leading up to not only the anniversary of the accident, but also the night that Albert Thompson died.
Ooh, interesting.
Right? Now, Danny Cherry Jr. related the bleeding walls at Minnie and Willie's house also to the Catholic martyr St. Januarius. St. Januarius was arrested during the persecution of the Christians, and legend has it that his punishment for hiding fellow Christians would be being fed to bears.
Oh.
But that the public might freak out a little bit about that.
Why?
So instead, he and the Christians that he protected were beheaded. Now,
Because they were like, public doesn't care about that.
they said public might freak out about bears. Beheadings,
Maybe.
they're still chill with.
Beheadings, they are super chill with.
It's okay.
Been that way for a while.
Now, to this day, people go to Naples where there's a sample of Januarius's blood that is said to liquefy 3 times throughout the year.
What the fuck? That's cool as hell.
Well, a few years ago, the blood didn't liquefy, and people took that as a bad omen because the last time it didn't liquefy was September 19th, 1980. That is the saint's feast day. So the believers got especially nervous, and they do in general if the blood doesn't liquefy on that day. Rightfully so, it seems, because there was a devastating earthquake that happened just 2 months later, and 3,000 people were killed.
Shut up.
Now, maybe this was the case at Minnie and Willie's house, a sign of something bad to come, or a spirit or an energy that dwelled in the house, just fed up with everything going on in the area.
Damn.
Moral of the story, though, blood be wildin'.
Blood is crazy.
I also, whenever anybody says blood, I just think of that old YouTube video where the kid is going,
Blood.
blood, blood,
Yup.
blood.
Yup.
Isn't that wild?
That's wild. And also the blood of Januarius there just made me think of that. I saw this thing that was like how like Catholic like aesthetics
Okay.
are just
Metal as hell.
so metal. And that right there is a perfect example. Like that they just have like a little bit of that saint's blood.
Yeah.
And it just liquefies a few times a year. Like that is
And if it doesn't,
so cool.
people fucking panic.
Yeah, as they I feel like you should.
I'm also
I don't even know what it's about, but sure.
Aren't you guys like mad at witchcraft? That feels pretty fucking witchy to
That
me.
feels so witchy, but
Right?
so cool. It's all cool.
Same
I'm
thing
like,
as
that's
stigmata.
Cool. Yeah.
Stigmata is crazy.
That's gnarly.
yeah.
Wow. What a tale.
Top that.
Top that? Well, I'm going to try to top that with a Scottish house.
Scottish.
And it's called the Ballechin House.
Bless you.
It's called the Ballechin House. But I
Okay.
like how Scottish people say it because they say Ballechin.
Okay.
It was once known to be Scotland's most haunted home.
Ooh.
I think they have since topped it, perhaps, but was once deemed that.
Okay.
So Ballechin House is
Ballechin.
it is a gorgeous, like Georgian style manor house.
Ooh.
Beautiful. It's like it sits in these like manicured gardens, and it's in Perthshire countryside.
I like the way that sounds.
I hope I said it correct. It's gorgeous. It's sprawling. It's just, it looks like you could have your like reawakening in this house.
Oh.
It really does. It's beautiful.
I think I'm gonna reawaken in this house.
Precisely. That's Ballechin House. So it was built in 1806.
Damn.
It was built by a very renowned Scottish architect, Robert Smirke. It was commissioned for the Stuart family.
Okay.
The Stuart family was said to be descendants of King Robert II of Scotland.
Feels like that's a big deal.
Pretty serious family there.
Serious.
In 1835, this estate, so it was like in the family the whole time, and it ended up passing to Major Robert Stuart.
Okay.
And at the time that it was passed to him, he was in the military. He was serving overseas. I think he was in India, actually. So it got passed to him while he was over there, so he ended up renting it out while he was gone.
Smart. Make a little cash.
Yeah, he was like, why not? So after he retired, he finally, I think he was like 25, 30 years in the military. It was a long career.
Fuck.
And after he finally retired, he was like, I'm going to live in Ballechin myself.
Ballechin.
So he did.
Okay.
He was eccentric by all accounts.
Yeah.
People liked him. Like, it's not like he was like mean or anything. He was a strange guy.
We're kind of eccentric.
Yeah, I feel like I'm very eccentric, so like I get
People
him.
like us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he did get hurt, I think, in the military, and he had a limp.
Oh.
So I think like
People were mean.
that made him quote unquote eccentric to
I don't know
people.
if that's eccentric. I think that's just like he's
I think it
struggling
is.
a little bit.
I
Maybe
think
you
it's
should
just
be
an
kind.
injury. But like, sure, people. But people liked him. But he really loved dogs, which makes me love him.
Same.
That's
That's
like,
a good
yeah.
Scotsman.
And he had tons of dogs at Ballechin House.
All the dogs.
Tons of dogs.
Whoa.
Loved his dog. He had a crew of dogs. And
Wait, what's a group of dogs called? Do you know?
a litter.
Is that it? Oh yeah, like
yeah,
a pack.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. All right, we knew that.
A pack of dogs, a litter of dogs.
Yeah,
But it should be something more fun though.
I know.
But yeah, he had a favorite who was a black spaniel. I couldn't find what he named that black spaniel, which I'm upset about. But he loved that black spaniel. It was like his best bro.
Oh,
And he also, when he came back and lived in Ballechin House, he had this like really intense belief in reincarnation. Like he got very into researching. And
Reincarnation.
transmigration, I think it's called, is when you go into a non-human vessel.
oh, okay.
So he was very interested in that and believed in
Interesting.
it. You know,
I find that shit very fascinating.
it is very fascinating, and it's also kind of comforting.
What would you come back as?
I'd want to come back as, because I'm like, I don't want to come back as another human. I probably,
No, not a human.
Yeah, a crow would be cool.
A crow would be fun.
I think that would be rad. I would also, I wanted to say dog because dogs live like the coolest life, but I'm like, what if you get a shitty owner? Then you got to rely on humans.
That is tough.
That's a gamble.
I was going to say cat because they sleep so much.
That's true.
And they can like fit everywhere and they just like bask in the sun. But like you said, you gotta rely on a good owner.
Yeah. It's tough.
I know.
Humans inhabit the earth.
Well, you know what though? I'm good in this life. Like I've done good things.
That's the thing.
So I feel I wonder, and I've never really looked into it too much, but I do wonder if part of reincarnation is like based on who you were in the last life.
That makes sense.
Like you'd get good things in the next life.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
Yeah. It's kind of like karma.
Yeah, like if you're like a shit person, you come back as a piece of toilet paper.
Oh my God, that'd be great. No, even worse. It would need to be like it would need to be animate.
Yeah, that's true.
What if you were really shitty? You should come back as like a rat.
Yeah.
Because you are a rat.
Because you're a rat. Hear that?
Rat.
But yeah, he was really into that.
Okay.
So
anyway, apparently I just got really into it
he
too.
was super into it. And one of his greatest wishes in life, and he was very expressive about this wish, was that he wanted to come back as one of his dogs.
Oh, okay, that's why people said he was eccentric.
See, and he wanted to come back as that spaniel. He just like really wanted to, he was like, when I die, hopefully they'll be alive still and I can just transmute right into their
God, that's
soul.
really cute.
Which I think is just nice.
And he like wanted his soul to intertwine with his dog's soul. Fuck, I take back my answer. I'd like to become Dolores.
Right? And that's the thing. And I feel also, I'm like, that thing, he wasn't hurting anyone saying that, you know?
No.
Like, so like just let him be like that.
I think they did, right?
Yeah, I think they did.
Okay.
He was very isolated though. He liked being isolated, I think.
So they were just
liked being by
respecting his
himself.
wishes.
He was in his beautiful manor house in Ballechin House, and he was hanging out. He didn't really have a whole lot of people around the house. He also didn't have a lot of like staff at all.
He liked dogs.
At one point, he had one single staff person. Like just one person who helped him out. Her name was Sarah, and she lived there.
All right.
There was questions, and there still remains questions about what that relationship exactly was, because he never married.
Okay.
Maybe
they was chilling.
Like, you never know. She was like in her 20s at the time. Like she was seemed to be getting along. And in 1873, though, Sarah, who was only 27 at the time, she died mysteriously and very unexpectedly.
Okay.
Nobody knows how. Nobody knows what the circumstances were.
Maybe she questioned his belief on reincarnation.
I don't know if it's foul play or what.
Huh.
It's a little shady.
That is a little shady.
Yeah.
But it was also the 1800s and people died if you like looked at them the
That's
wrong
very
way,
true.
So.
And a lot of people claimed that she died in the main bedroom.
Huh.
So that's interesting. And that room would later become very central to all the hauntings.
Interesting.
So I'm like, what happened there?
Murder.
I would love to know what happened there. I think this is one of those situations where, like, you know how when we did the Sam and Colby investigation at SK Mansion and we were trying to solve the mystery, that would be a good one to do to solve the mystery.
Scotland.
Let's go to Scotland and solve that mystery. But 3 years later, in 1876, Major Stewart himself passed away.
3 years later?
Yeah.
Could it be guilt?
At the age of 70.
Damn, he lived a long ass life.
Yeah, I know, for that time.
Back then.
And in some reports, it does say that he's buried next to Sarah. So I'm like, what's that about?
Maybe she died in an accident. Maybe they were like,
maybe, and they were just buds.
Yeah, maybe they were homies.
I'm trying to give benefit of the doubt.
I know, we're like people gonna people, and then we're like, maybe they were
maybe
in
they were
love,
just buds.
and it was like nice and kind.
I just want to believe that. Please, just let me have this.
Yeah.
We don't have any evidence to the contrary. So, but in his will, he requested that his beloved dogs be allowed to remain at Ballechin House.
Okay.
And he still wanted to come back as one of those dogs. But he just, whoever moved in, because it was going to pass to a family member.
Oh, okay.
So in the will, he just said, please keep my dogs in the house.
That's a pretty simple request.
It's a very simple request
Does somebody
for a big,
fuck
beautiful
this
manor.
up?
Now, trigger warning,
Oh no.
just for animal
Cruelty.
meanness. Yeah.
Meanness.
He did have a few siblings, but there was like a lot of them were just here and there. You know what I mean? He had a sister named Isabella, who became a nun at one point. She died in 1880.
Rip.
The reason I mention her is that possibly comes back later. Just remember, Isabella became
the
a nun.
You know that feeling when you come home late from work and those puppy dog eyes just pierce right through your soul? Or when you're packing for a trip and your cat refuses to leave your suitcase? Yeah, we've all been there. Pet parent guilt is real. And you know what? It's completely normal. That's exactly why Hill's Pet Nutrition exists. They understand that being a pet parent means being human, with all of our imperfections and daily juggling acts. Hill's science-led nutrition helps you give more love than humanly possible. Whether it's those long work days or trying to balance attention between multiple pets, Hill's Pet Nutrition gets it. They've created science-based nutrition that supports your pet's lifelong health so you can feel confident even when life gets hectic. Because you're only human, there's Hill's. Science does more. Ready to let go of the guilt? Find the right food at hillspet.com/podcast. That's hillspet.com/podcast.
Do you remember in school when you just knew that your teacher had a favorite of everything? They would always use the same blue dry erase marker when they wrote on the board, or they would talk nonstop about their favorite element during science. I had a teacher once that literally had a favorite brand of marker. She would only write with specific markers, and if another marker ended up in her classroom, she was TO'd. And honestly, I was probably her favorite student because at the end of the year, I got her that specific brand of marker. Let's talk about their real favorite thing though, their favorite tissue brand. Kleenex. According to Teacher List, they are the #1 facial tissue trusted by teachers. Kleenex Ultra Soft tissues are silky soft to help prevent skin irritation, and now you can take them anywhere with Kleenex Snap and Go. I absolutely love Kleenex Snap and Go. It's so perfect to have that in your car. I had a cold last week and I was just, honey, my nose was a faucet. I hate to do this to you, but it was disgusting. Drew literally came out of our garage with like 15 of the Kleenex Snap and Goes, and I put those in my glove compartment, and honey, they were easy access. It was so nice knowing that I didn't have to blow my nose into like an old wrapper that I had. Ew. So do the best thing for your kids' teachers and stock up on the ultimate classroom favorite. Maybe it'll make them their teacher's favorite student. They definitely have a favorite. Don't even get me started because again, you know it was me. For whatever happens next, grab Kleenex. The best summer pieces are the ones you end up wearing on repeat. Comfortable, versatile, and somehow right for almost every occasion. Quince makes it easy to create a summer wardrobe that you'll love, with elevated essentials made from premium materials like European linen, organic cotton, and washable silk, without the traditional retail markup. I love that! Quince's 100% European linen pants, dresses, and tops are the pieces that you absolutely will reach for all summer long. I absolutely love their linen. I have so many pairs of their linen pants, which you can dress up or you can dress down in the summer. Like, say you're going to a nice dinner, you can pair it with like a silk shirt, a really cute necklace, some good, makeup and an updo. Or if you're just looking for a more casual look, you can do the linen pants with like a loose button-up shirt and you still look really chic, kind of like, I don't know, Diane Keaton vibes, I kind of think. Also, it's not just apparel. Quince also offers elevated essentials for your home, from bedding and bath to kitchen essentials and furniture. They have it all, honey. I am a big lover of Quince, and I really do think you will be too. Make your summer wardrobe feel easier. Go to quince.com/morbid for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. Now available in Canada too. That's QUINCE.com/morbid for free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/morbid.
It ended up that the estate ended up passing to his nephew, John Stewart, who apparently didn't want his uncle to get a chance to come back as one of his dogs. He was so put off by this fact that before he and his family moved into Ballechin House, he either executed or had all the dogs executed.
I hope that he comes back as shit.
Yeah, he's that's monstrous.
That's horrible.
That's monstrous.
This one request that is pretty simple. You just get to hang out with a bunch of fucking dogs in
and
a cool
have
house.
Them killed? What the fuck is wrong with you?
Wow.
And this was the real turning point for Ballechin House.
I bet.
would say. So really started off that gnarly energy. Immediately, John Stewart's family started to be haunted. And honestly,
I'd haunt the shit out of them.
opinion. Because of all the scary shit that started happening, servants and governesses that were living in the house for them, they refused to remain in the house unless they were paired together.
Wow.
They would not work unless they were working in twos.
They said, honey, there is strength in numbers.
I mean, this whole family wasn't allowed to sleep because of these hauntings. Like, they were being kept up at night.
Good.
They would hear, these are just some of the things that they experienced. They would hear violent knocking and thumping throughout the halls, heated arguments echoing all over the house when everyone was sleeping.
Right.
Like full-on pissing matches when, like, no one was around to be arguing.
Not a pissing match.
Sudden loud explosion sounds.
Explosion?
With no source.
You guys got to sit with that for a second.
Yeah.
You're sitting in your house straight chilling.
Yeah.
And you hear an explosion. And you look for the source and there is none.
Yeah. That's
That'll
fucked
fuck
up.
you up.
There was also footsteps in the, like, empty corridors. And sometimes, this is so scary, sometimes the footsteps would start walking and then they would start running. And they would run full speed up to a door that somebody, like, was in the room. And it sounded like somebody would throw themselves against the door as hard as they could.
I have goosebumps.
Which would fuck me
all
up.
over my back right now.
Right?
That's some paranormal activity type shit.
Yeah. No.
Ew.
Yeah.
Oh, that's haunting.
Yep. One day, John's wife was alone in, like, the library or the study or the office, whatever it was.
She was
and
alone.
She said she smelled the overwhelming smell of wet dog. And then she said she felt multiple, like, what felt like dogs brush against her legs.
Holy shit.
Which, those dogs were like, hey, it's one of the worst smells known to man?
Wet
Wet
dogs.
us.
Yeah,
So they were
wet
like,
us.
so they were like, smell it.
They said, we gotta rub this on your legs,
Yeah,
bitch.
now you're gonna smell like wet us.
Oh, the wet us is not good.
No, a maid claimed to, like, walk into a hallway and see the upper half of a woman suspended in midair.
I wonder if they did any renovations.
I
'cause
know.
that happens.
I wondered that too.
I find
or
that
it's
so
just
cool.
a half woman.
Yeah,
which
or
is
it
even,
could be
which is even
either.
scarier.
That is scarier.
They would hear a moan sometimes, and then it would sound like whatever moaned fell to the ground. Like, they'd hear a
no.
moan and then, like, a thump
So it
on
was
the
not
ground.
a moan of ecstasy.
No,
It
like
was
a
moan
bad
of like,
moan,
uh-oh.
like, I'm dying.
Oh.
One of the strangest things they would see is a spectral nun.
What was the lady's name?
Isabella.
Isabella the nun.
It might be Isabella.
Maybe she was like, how dare you not respect his last wishes?
Yeah, that was my brother. So be nice. Apparently, everything was becoming way too much. Obviously, that's a lot to deal with. And he had children.
Yeah, I mean,
So-
you had me at explosions.
Yeah, exactly. So eventually, John had an entire new wing built onto Ballechin House and moved his entire family into that new wing.
Why don't you just move house if you can afford to do that?
I don't know if they could.
Okay.
At the time, I don't know what the whole shebang was,
Okay.
but they just kind of abandoned a lot of the original house.
It feels like it's going to make things much worse.
Well, and one of the, like, maids who worked there, or governesses, ended up quitting unexpectedly and, like, fleeing. And later, she reported that it was because she simply couldn't handle the haunting anymore.
Yeah.
In 1895, John Stewart was in the room because they, like, abandoned the main house, but they would have to go in there sometimes for certain things. And he was in the main bedroom and he was using the telephone. He was talking to, like, a business associate about going to London for business things.
Yes, business.
And both hit the person on the phone and John heard 3 huge bangs, like knocks, like big knocks.
Yeah.
And the person on the phone could hear it too. They were like, what
You're
the
like,
fuck
hey,
was
do
that?
you need to get that?
Shortly after that, John went to London for this business trip. And while crossing a street near King's Cross Station, he was struck by a car and killed. And a lot of people wondered if those 3 knocks were a warning knock or like a death omen. Shit. Like, isn't that fucked up?
Yeah.
And the rumors and tales of the haunting of this house, like, were spreading all over the place. People were terrified to go near it. It became like that place.
Yeah.
Because after he died, they moved out of the house.
Of course.
In 1892, a Father Hayden, who was a Jesuit priest in the area, he was invited by, I don't remember who invited him, but they said you should stay in the main house and see what you experience and
Okay.
try to, like, make it chill.
Yeah.
And
Make
so-
it chill, bro.
Yeah, make it chill. So he did. And when he went to bed the first night, he said he was absolutely tormented by a relentless, just string of noises. He said he could hear animals in the room, like
Dogs.
I think he heard dogs. He could hear wailing cries and moaning. He could hear whimpering of dogs. He heard knocks against the walls. He heard the person running down the hall and slamming against the door.
I think that one fucks me
That
up
one
the
would
most.
ruin
Every
me.
time you say that, I get full
Yeah,
chills.
me too.
Like, look at my light. Can you
Yeah.
see my goosebumps from across the
Yes.
room right now?
It's the worst one.
I hate it.
At dawn, he was like, nope, and he got the fuck out of there. Not long after this, a young family moved in. They were super optimistic, very unaware of what they were moving into.
Oh, honeys.
They only planned to rent this place for a year.
Okay.
So they were only going to move in for a year. And they were excited to do this. And the haunting started almost immediately.
Oh, it's not their fault. They didn't hurt the dogs.
But nobody wants them living there. They heard constant bangs, knocks, and footsteps again, where it seemed like someone would throw themselves against the doors.
oh, stop saying that.
They would encounter ice cold spots in the house and would hear groans and moans, all manner of
I
things.
hate it.
They also saw a white mist-like woman walking through the halls. I wonder if she's like the half woman too. And she would just go in and out of the bedrooms. Like just kind of like
Maybe
checking
I wonder
things
if
out.
maybe she was somebody who had worked there previously.
Maybe.
Like a
And she was
governess,
just
like
checking on
making beds
things.
and stuff.
Yeah. Then one night they awoke to this huge thump in their room. And so they both like shot up in bed. And the bed sheets got ripped off their bed.
No.
Yeah.
No.
And it was, I believe it was that, I think it was like the next night they were like, we got to get out of here. But like the next, they were trying to like, just be like, okay, maybe this was what happened or this.
Yeah, I mean, you do want to try
Yeah.
to explain things away in the moment.
But then the next night it really took a turn because their children woke up screaming and they ran into the room they were in and they were huddled together, absolutely terrified and yelling that a man was standing silently in the corner of their room staring at them.
Fuck a whole bunch
I
of
just got the
that.
chills
Ew.
even saying
I'm
that.
so mad at you because I shaved my legs this morning and now you've given me goosebumps 8 times. God damn it.
The family, who was going to stay there a year and rented it for a year, lasted 11 weeks and then fled.
11
And they
weeks.
never returned.
I give them kudos for
Yeah,
that.
they never returned.
A man silently staring in the
Yeah.
corner of your room.
And in 1897, obviously Ballechin House had become famous and infamous, enough to attract some paranormal investigators.
Yeah, duh.
Even for the time. Because spiritualism was definitely booming.
She was popping off.
So the Society for Psychical Research members and a bunch of other paranormal researchers and associates, they wanted to do this like big mass scale inquiry at the place. So they invited 35 people to come along with them.
I wish that we had been
I
invited.
know. Why weren't we invited?
Pre-birth invite me.
No, apparently it was all sponsored by a guy named Lord Butte,
Yeah.
who was a famous paranormal investigator of the day.
Brought to you by Lord Butte.
Lord Butte.
This message is sponsored by Lord Butte.
And they were going to stay there for about 3 months, everybody.
3 months?
Yeah, they were all
Okay.
going to stay there for 3 months. And they were going to record absolutely everything they experienced while attempting to draw out the spirits as well with Ouijas and other ways of
I don't
communication.
know if you want to do that.
None were reportedly told about the haunting ahead of time. Like they weren't told about like what they were going to
They just said you're
experience
going to
here.
a haunted location.
Yeah, we're just going somewhere. Shit goes down. Just record what you see. They were just asked to document. That's it. So, of course, they got knocks and footsteps, the banging on the doors. They got sighs. A lot of them reported hearing sighs.
Because they're sick of their shit.
Yeah, that's the thing. They're all
Get out of this
sick
house.
of your
They're like,
shit.
what else do we have to do?
Yeah, like,
we're
get out.
slamming ourselves against doors every night.
A few of them documented that they heard the sound of a priest praying out loud, which
I wonder if it was like mimicking the guy that
I
stayed
know.
there.
one guy said he woke up and saw a disembodied hand at the foot of his bed holding a crucifix. Which just saying that makes me shiver. I hate it. Because I'm just picturing this creepy ass hand coming up holding a crucifix.
All I can picture is Wednesday.
I hate it.
What's the hand called? Is it just called hand?
Thing.
Thing.
Just hand.
That's what I picture. Thing.
One of them saw who they described as a hunchback slowly ascending the main staircase. They saw dogs everywhere.
Good.
A lot of people saw dogs. A lot of
Good.
people saw black dogs.
The
black
dogs
spaniels.
should remain.
A lot of them would say they heard the sound of dogs' tails wagging and hitting like floor, like doors and door frames, because you know that sound, like a wagging.
It's like
tail.
a thud almost.
It's like like an excited dog. One woman woke to hearing a whimpering dog in her room.
Oh, that would fuck
And so
me
she
up.
immediately lit a candle because she was like, "What the fuck?" And she said when she lit the candle, there was a clear black dog standing with its paws on the dresser, just looking over at her and whimpering.
Oh,
And I was like, I would have died.
I would have been so sad.
Me too.
I would have been like, what can I do for you, pup?
And things got even weirder.
What?
Because again, they
How?
were doing like Ouija board sessions. And during one of these like seances they were doing, investigators were told by the spirit to go to a nearby glen. And so they were like, do we listen to it? And I think some of them were like,
I'm not going to go to the Glen.
let's fucking go. Like, they
You
were
know
like,
that
"Why
group was
not?"
divided.
Oh, yeah. You know, some of them were like, I am staying in this haunted house. You go to that haunted
That's like
glen.
a body of water, right?
Yeah, like, or like just like a valley almost.
Oh, okay.
Like,
no water?
because I'm thinking like, oh, Danny boy, the pipes are
pipes.
calling from glen to glen and down the mountainside. Sorry,
I used to work with a waitress who would sing that literally all the time.
I'm looking it up. It's a narrow, secluded valley, typically deep in the mountains,
Okay.
and often containing a stream.
Ah, see, I knew
So
there
there
was
is water. But that's what I was picturing in my head was like a valley, like a scoop.
That song is such a banger, I gotta say.
It really is.
Goes hard.
It really is.
Poor Danny.
Poor Danny boy. But yeah, they were like, go to this nearby glen. And, you know, some of them were like, go fuck yourself. And some of them were like, off to the glen we go.
The Glen calls.
So they followed it. And there, according to reports, they immediately saw a full body apparition of a nun. And this nun was just walking across the glen.
Vibes.
She looked very distressed at
Not
times. She
vibing.
would be crying at times, like weeping.
Oh.
And they tried to get her attention, but if they did, she would like disappear and then reappear somewhere else.
What?
And they wondered if it could possibly be Isabella.
Yeah.
Maybe. So this was all weird. They ran back to the house and were like, fuck that shit. The findings of this whole inquiry were later published in 1899 under the title, The Alleged Haunting of B House.
I feel like it's more than alleged.
And someone later, and it's like I forget where it is now. It is somewhere, these papers. And someone later wrote Ballechin in pencil on the original report, which is
they're
really
like,
funny.
call it what it is.
It's not B House, it's Ballechin House.
Yeah, don't disrespect the house.
And that, it remained, I think, and actually a fire might have burned it mostly to the ground, so we actually can't go,
We can't go.
now that I think about it.
Can we go to the remains?
We could go to the remains, I think.
It might bum me out.
I know.
I don't want to be around sad dogs.
I
that
know, sad
can't-
dogs.
Like, I want to be around them if I can soothe them, but
Yeah.
otherwise, nay.
I want to help the sad dogs.
Oh, what a sad story.
I know.
What a
That's
horrible haunting.
Ballechin House.
Blanking. That's fun to
Blanking.
say. Wow, girl.
Yeah. So there's that.
Blood and hounds.
Blood and Ballechin.
Blood and Blackin.
There it is.
That's what we should name the episode. Blood and Blackin.
Blood and Ballechin.
Well, I need a fun fact after all of that.
I too need a fun fact.
Sorry if I sounded weird. I grazed the microphone with my shoulder.
She actually punched it with her full fist.
You shouldn't tell them that. Let's talk about farts.
Let's talk about it.
Sloths are very slow.
Yeah.
They're also slow at digesting.
Oh,
And that is
no.
because they... Wait, no, sorry. It's not because. They're just slow. But because they digest food so slowly, they have to breathe out their farts because they can't actually fart. So you know that Glozell song where she's like, is that your breath? Or did you just fart? Is that your heart? Did you poop? Is that your heart? Did you poop? Is that your breath? Or did you just fart? You know that song?
Went so long with that. I didn't know where that was going to end.
My girl, what? Were you just listening to that or something?
I would just like to mention that I predicted that this was going to happen because I asked.
Did you see that fact?
No, I remember yesterday when I was like, imagine if you farted out of your mouth instead of like.
my
Remember when I
God,
said that to you
yes.
yesterday?
You did.
did.
I didn't even think of that. I
And then
just found this
sloths
fact
were
today.
like, I
I
can't
am a
imagine that.
psychic, everyone.
wow.
Wow.
Yeah, sloths breathe out their farts.
Hilarious.
So that is their breath, and they just
Damn.
farted. Glozell.
Damn sloths.
All right.
Wow.
Thanks for listening to this crazy ass show. We hope you keep listening.
And we hope you
Keep
it weird. weird.
but not so weird that you as a human breathe out your farts, because that would be disgusting.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
What if upgrading your windows and doors didn't mean tightening your budget? Scratch that. What if it meant spending nothing today? For a limited time, Renewal by Andersen is offering no money down, no monthly payments, and no interest for 18 months on a minimum of 6. That means beautiful, energy-efficient windows and doors while the payments wait. Visit renewalbyandersenhome.com today and see how easy it is to buy now and pay later.
Do you remember in school when your teacher had a favorite of everything? A favorite marker, a favorite element, and yes, even a favorite student? Who wasn't me, so let's move on. I want to talk about their real favorite thing. Kleenex tissues. According to teacher lists, Kleenex is the #1 facial tissue trusted by teachers. They're silky soft, help prevent skin irritation. And now, with Kleenex Snap and Go, you can take them anywhere. Stock up on the ultimate classroom favorite. For whatever happens next, grab Kleenex.